Good evening, everyone. If you're watching this on the replay, we will be out for a couple of days, so stick around. This will be a lot of fun. The session will go for about 40 minutes this evening, some Q&A after this. We are talking marketing this evening, and in particular, email marketing. My name's Nathan. We'll get going in just a moment. I think we've just hit 8 o'clock. Hi, everyone. G'day, Paul. See you're in there. A couple of people in the chat room. A few internet issues this evening, but we're all good. We're underway. My name is Nathan. We are talking email marketing this evening. This is the Rapid Startup Meetup. We meet weekly online and every fortnight in person. We've got it in person tomorrow night down here in Perth, but once a week we'll meet online on Tuesday night as well. So super excited for this session. This is email marketing. Having some great success with email marketing myself the last couple of weeks. Email is back. It never actually went anywhere. We just got distracted with social media. Hands up in the chat room if that's happened to you. rapidexecutive.com/live. If you're coming to this from YouTube, you can chat on the Google Hangouts chat box. We've also got a chat box over at com/live. That makes it a little easier, especially if you are on a mobile device. Make sure the chat is open there in YouTube. We should be good there as well. Good stuff. G'day, Barry. Barry's back again. Nice to see you all. Paul, Barry. Who else we got in there? I saw someone else come in as well. Away in just a sec. We are talking email marketing this evening. I've got a few slides for you. I've been frantic getting things together for you because, as usual, I'm working on this stuff as we speak. This week has been pretty hectic. We had some new product launches, which I showed you guys last week. I guess the flow and effect from the traffic. So I've managed to pull together everything in line with what I'm showing you guys. So I'm able to show you stuff that's pretty much live as it happens. So I showed you a new product that I was launching. I showed you how I was building traffic to that, how I was getting affiliate sales out of that as well. Pulling people in with some paid traffic, some conversion rates on that, how I was using ClickFunnels to do that. I was showing you all the behind the scenes. So what I've done also is automate that process. So that automation of the traffic, automation of the conversion rates, and I've also got some email sequences that I've been working at as well. So what I want to show you this week is how to do that and what I've done and the success that I've had so far. So hasn't all been roses, but never anything really is. So I will step through that tonight. I'll do a quick recap of last week's session as well. And we'll just jump into what I guess generally marketing is these days. G'day, Shane, nice to see you. I think that's everyone in Perth. Paul, yeah, you guys are all Perth, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys can get along tomorrow night as well. We are meeting in the city as well. All right, well, let's flick over to the slides and we'll get underway. So as always, guys, if you have questions during the session, you can feel free to put them in the chat box. If they do relate to the slides, I'll definitely tie it in. If they're more generic stuff, and I might hang around those till the end. But also, if you want to generally chat about your idea, your business, where you're up to, if you have any issues and stuff, definitely share it in the chat box there, and we can all pitch in and give you a hand. All right. So this week we are talking email marketing. This is an in-between-isode scheduled program. We step through the 7-day startup from Dan Norris framework, where we take ourselves from idea through to building a website, getting an MVP, marketing your idea, some metrics right up to day 7, which is launch. We are up to day 5 at the moment. So it's a day 5.5. We are still talking marketing. Tomorrow. G'day from Mandra, and we will In person will be up to marketing as well. So we'll have one more in between or so before we get into metrics, and then we go into launch and we start again. So build your own dreams, or someone will hire you to build theirs. Thank you, Farah. All right, so last week we talked marketing funnels and automation. As I said before, I have started a couple of new products. One in particular, I basically tore down the whole thing, showed you exactly how it was working, how I set it up, how I was converting, how I was getting traffic, how much I was paying for that, and all of the nuts and bolts. I also showed you how it was automated. So we went through the who, what, where, some of the social media stuff, the paid traffic, an actual working funnel, end-to-end automated as well. This session is about email marketing, and in particular the tools and how to grow your email list. So stick around to the end and I'll show you exactly how my email funnel is working at the moment and all the results that I've had actually this week, which has been great. So following on from last week's conversions into an email list, and then this week it's the email funnel itself and the follow-up. Okay, so always start with your why, and I've definitely felt like this week. I have been on fire with this new product. I'm actually off, hence why we are selling it. It's fantastic. I have been having my usual sleep patterns, which is good. But I have been on fire. I've been so busy this week, but I certainly have come across a couple of these moments while things have been piling on top. So, but if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And I certainly felt like that today. I had one of the busiest days of the week today. About 15 minutes ago, I was still finishing off the slides for this evening because everything was really piling up. It was such a busy day, but I am absolutely pumped. I've had such a great day. And that's exactly how I feel. All right, just a quick recap. As I do every week, for anyone that is new here, I have put together a business model matrix. If you're just getting started, you can kind of catch up pretty quickly here just to run through the different business archetypes. So over there on the left, you can run through this matrix yourself to give you a bit of an idea about where your ideas might sit and what would work for you. These are all clickable links in today's notes. You can grab those notes at rapidexecutive.com/live, and these are all case studies for each of those. So they're a really good read as to what's actually happening there. All right, so what's next? While we're talking about marketing, one of the most prolific marketers in the world at the moment is Gary Vaynerchuk. And he says marketers ruin everything, and that's so true. 16, we talked about how to do content, a strategy and the tools. And basically, again, with Gary, we need to all think of ourselves as a media company. Attention these days, and to get attention, you need content, period. So how do we create content? Something that I am definitely working on at the moment, especially this week, around building systems. So I've systematized my social media outreach, which we will cover on really quickly this evening as well. But at the moment, I'm working through building my email marketing automation at the moment. And then that system, I'll be able to outsource as well. So everything's coming down to systems, and that way you're able to scale. So where do you get your content ideas from? We all know we need content. So there are definitely some tools out there that make things very easy. So instead of, I guess, locking yourself away and brainstorming a million ideas and starting to write up a few 1,000-word articles, approach is to actually try and find something that's already working. So there are tools like buzzsumo.com where you can go and search for articles in your niche or your keywords or your topic and actually find out what's working for you. One of the beauties is you could type in your potential content topic and it'll give you the most shared content around that topic. It gives you an idea about headlines and things as well. So next big thing in content marketing, data is the next big thing. Content marketing is the I guess the most shared on big data. That headline is obviously working so well that 6,500 people are sharing that. So it's a popular article from the Harvard Business Review. This can give you an idea around topics to create, headlines to do, and you can also throw your competitors in there and see what they're doing as well. All right, you also need a media strategy, and that should come from your number one question. Who are you marketing to? And not only who is your target customer, but who is your best customer. So I've been working with a whole bunch of people in my, so we're talking general public, but people who are interested in health in particular. So my target customer would then be people interested in health that I can find on the interwebs. Everyone interested in health is my best customer. Some customers don't understand the product that I'm selling or the particular niche. So if I'm talking about a ketogenic product and you have no idea what that means, and half my time trying to explain what it is and how good it is for you, and potentially lose you in the process. On the other hand, I could get 3 or 4 people, probably in the same amount of time, who would say, "Great, sign me up. I need more information about keto because I love it." So they are my best customer. It's going to be a lot easier for me. I'm able to reach a lot more people. I'm able to help a lot more people a lot faster if I'm after my best customers, not just my target. So the where, what, and the how. So when you're talking marketing, you need to go where the fish are. So where are the fish? Where do they hang out? Are they on forums? Are they on Facebook, blogs, things like that? So you can also look at who already has them, who has their attention already. And these are what's referred to as influencers. We are rushing through this evening because we've got a lot to get through, but you can jump back to the full sessions on marketing. I have now done about 3 of these. So if you have been around the last couple of weeks, you would have seen a lot of these slides already, but just a quick recap on what marketing is, and you can jump onto the YouTube channel, subscribe, and it'll give you all of the older episodes as well. And that way you can grab the previous sessions where we dove a bit deeper into these sections of marketing. So the what. So what are the pain points for your potential customers? What are they struggling with right now? And the best way to do that is to ask them and listen, understand how you can talk to them, how you describe, how do they describe their problem. So what words they're using, what language they use, and you're able then to repurpose that back in the way you describe the solution. All right, social media. And I've got in brackets marketing. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Do I need to be on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Anchor, Musical.ly, all of the above? None of the above. So not Blab. All right, every road looks good if you know where you're going. So social media, what's hot right now? Snapchat, Facebook Live, which we tried last week. About that again. Instagram. Let's stick Instagram for a moment. So I have been working with my team on Instagram and Instagram marketing automation. Now that sounds a bit, might sound a bit non-human-like when you talk about social media automation, but this is something that is actually working really well. And I'm certainly a big part of my Instagram account. It's not just bots or robots sort of doing things in the background all automatically. I do have some strategies that I'm using which involve some automation, but I am still involved in my account. That way you are able to do things that work. You are able to schedule posts and things like that, but you still have to post them yourself, and I still get in and like things myself. But we'll dive into that a little bit deeper once I've got some numbers back at the end of the month. But at the moment, we are steadily growing our Instagram, having a couple of thousand followers by the end of the month. I had when I started, and that total effort on that is, I think it's around an hour a week in total. And when you contrast that with, it took me probably about 2 hours a day for about 3 weeks to get 700 followers. So these strategies are certainly working. So I'll share all those in a future episode as well. All right, so We also talked copywriting, email lists, and funnels and automation last week. So I'll quickly run you through this because that'll give you a bit of background to the email marketing this week. So tracking, in introduction to funnel. So one of the funnels that we have on our works really well. Some of the common terminology around this stuff is long tail, keyword, SEO, things like that. So all of those things are working in the background here, but I'll really simplify it down to I created a blog post for my site and I'm sending cold traffic to that. So that's the tip of my funnel. I've got something meaty, a meaty article for people to come in and read. There's no hard sell on that. At the bottom of the article, it simply says, if you like this, you can share it with a friend. If you'd like me to send you a PDF version of this that's easier to share, put in your email address and I'll send it to you right away. So I'm then qualifying people who are interested in this, who might want to share it with a friend as well. Email list, so they're further down the funnel. Then I can email those people later with a tie back to the article. Hey, I saw that you read blah, blah, blah. Did you know that we've got this product and here's a coupon for it? So I can track people, how much it's costing me to get people here to this cold traffic, how many of those I'm converting on email list, and how many make a purchase, so I can see my return on that investment. So one way I'm doing it is with buttercoffee.com.au, which is my e-commerce, or one of my e-commerce stores. Google ad, where I'm sending people to an article. It's a pretty meaty article. We're giving this away as a handy guide. Download it below. You can sign up here or down below to that email list. Now, the tracking metrics, if you haven't seen Google Analytics before, this might not make sense, but just have a look at the big red boxes. This is from April. We had a 30% conversion rate there, entrance, and 5% were going onto our mailing list. So we're very happy with that. And the traffic coming from that was growing over time as well. So let's move into another Facebook. It's called remarketing. So if you haven't heard of a Facebook pixel before, if you have been wandering around the internet at certain websites, especially Amazon's a good one like this, and then jumped on Facebook and saw something that you just searched for, that's a Facebook pixel. You are being tracked all over the internet. All right, so I am doing that as well with my e-commerce site, and I'm also doing it with a new product. So this was the experiment that I started last week. We'll get into what happens next. So the 25 signups was the outcome of the $50 experiment, but then I have followed up with that. So the next part of this session, we'll talk about what we did with these 25 signups, but this is the introduction. So last week we did a $50 experiment to try and get 2,500 people into a funnel, get them 250 of them to click and 25 of those to sign up. So this is cold traffic. So the 250 clicks was Facebook traffic. Facebook counts people flicking through their phone as this part. So 250 to 25 is pretty good. So this was the funnel. So 2,500 views, 25 email signups, and 5 affiliate sales for a total budget of $50. So that was the outcome. And as you can see there, we had total cost per conversion of $3. And that affiliate sale resulted in $1,000 worth of commissions. So I was very happy with that. So let's look at that in slightly more detail because this will make a lot more sense. Facebook traffic, clicking on or getting something coming up in your feed, that is from me. I'm sending those leads to a ClickFunnels page. It looks like I have 3 different pages here, and I do. This is the split testing version of these, so I also have the stats on that we went through last week as well. Were coming through over the week. They dropped off towards the end. I think Facebook had finally worked out how to spend the money, but I only had it on for a week. So if I was watching this, I guess on that last day, because I watched it about here and they turned it off. So if I was watching it on the 10th of August instead of the 8th, ready for you guys last week, I probably would have kept that going, because I think Facebook had worked out exactly who to send this to. As my ad spend went down, my conversion rates went up, which means I'm onto a good thing. So obviously I turned this back on once I realized that it was a winner. So we'll go through that. So I had this set up in ClickFunnels, which is the website builder that I was using for this. It does all of the tracking for you, captures all those leads. So I had the 2 pages. I was landing people on this video page, and I had thank you page. So 208 people at this point were getting through. I created 46 contacts, so that were conversions at a 22% conversion rate. So it obviously went higher than the original. I had some coming from other traffic sources as well. And that thank you page is the converted people. All right, so I was sending people to a makeshift customer database, a Trello board, and I was using Zapier to do that. So whenever ClickFunnels found a new person, it would tell Trello to add a new person and all the details from that contact into the Trello card, so I could just go into Trello and add them to the affiliate site. And it worked really well. So that was the stats from that 1 week. I subsequently had some additional bonuses on that to the tune of about $500, and that just keeps going and going. All right, so let's get into email marketing. What did we do? How did we do? And what do we do with those customers that we got on our email list? All right, so we'll quickly step into the why as well. So is email still effective? To detail, I could share a bunch of articles. I will share one article with you at the end of this, but what I thought might be even more useful, more compelling, is to actually show you what's been happening for email, or with email for me. So this is the actual stats from the last 16 days of one of my e-commerce stores. So if you haven't seen Google Analytics, this might not make any sense, but what I'll show you is this is where my conversions are coming from. So this is a breakdown of all of the sources of conversions. So I can track people going right through to a sale. These are all my sales as a percentage of all of the overall sales from which source, and these are all the sources. So you'll see that the #1 source here is Google organic traffic. And that is definitely to by me writing articles on my site and people searching for certain keywords and things like that. So lion's share. So definitely something I've been focusing on is writing more articles, because that's what's working. Direct are my customers who know exactly who I am and come there quite regularly. They're 16% roundabout. But you'll see this arrow here, this one here, and this one here. It's Outlook Live, Yopo email, which is my automated feedback email that comes out about after you order. It automatically sends out and says, hey, you bought X product. Would you like to leave a review? And you can do it right in the email. It's a fantastic little service. It's a free one. And we also have Butter Coffee subscribers email, which is my email list. So those 3 add up to 15% of my total conversions coming from email. Now, 15% is around about on par with my direct traffic as well. So it's reasonably good. Now I'll show you what that means. So 15%, so what? Doesn't sound great. Why are you focusing on something that's only 15%? Well, for the early stage of the month, I didn't send an email. I then sent my first email right at the start of the month on the 29th of July. And I sent another email last week. Email 1, email 2. $2,500 from 2 emails. Those emails took me about 20 minutes to write. And those emails are going out to my email list on the e-commerce store. How cool is that? That is why 15% is important to me and why it's a great return on investment and why I think email is killer. All right, what I'm using as a tool for email is MailChimp. And what I want to do, guys, is show you both of these campaigns in MailChimp. And I also want to show you this campaign in MailChimp. So you guys ready to have a look through live my email campaigns? All right, let me share back to myself. How cool is that? Really, really, really happy with email at the moment. I've been spending some time during the week prepping and then writing that email. It doesn't take very long to write. It does take some time to prep up, make sure I've got all the tracking because I really want to know if it's working. And once I've done that, it's set. I set it to go once a week. I can finish it off on a Tuesday, send it out on the Thursday. Sometimes I forget I've even done it, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of orders. Last Friday was absolutely hectic. I actually had to run off to a client in the morning, finish off all the orders. So it was epic. So very cool. It definitely works. I'm extremely happy with it. Now, what I want to do, guys, is show you my in MailChimp exactly how I'm doing it. So one of them is set up with using the free account. So my e-commerce store, the one that the 2 emails for $2,000, is set up in MailChimp and it's set up for free. So with the free MailChimp account, you can grab one at rapidexecutive.com/MailChimp. They will allow you to have 2,000 subscribers on your email list for free, up to 2,000. I'm not quite there yet. I'm almost there with my e-commerce store. I've recently done a cleanse just to make sure I'm not going to tick over that. But because it's free, I'll show you exactly how I'm setting up those campaigns. All right, so hopefully you guys can read that. If I do all right. Okay, guys, so in the chat room, if you can let me know if you can read that, I might zoom in a little bit more just to give you an indication of the campaigns that I have been sending. So here's my 10th of August, my 30th of July. So those are the 2 campaigns that I sent that netted around $2,500 between the 2 of them. So 1,300 subscribers, 1,390 subscribers. So in that 10 days there, I've managed to get myself an extra 45 subscribers as well. The open rates. So here's another cool fact of the day. Let me zoom right in. I had more opens with less people. The open rate is still only 40%. So for a 40% open rate, it's actually quite high for the industry standard. So I might actually show you if I view report. Just let me make sure I'm not going to pull up a whole bunch of my customers' details. Yes, good. Okay, so all right, that's great. So I can definitely see that. So I actually haven't got my integration set to show my prices in MailChimp, but you saw them in Google Analytics. So that was there. All right, so list average. It doesn't give me the industry average. That's a bit of a pain. All right, so normally it does have the list average and the industry average there. So my list average for this list is 40%, and my open rate was 40%. So I'm on par. So that email did quite well compared to, I guess, its previous emails. Let me go back to campaigns. Right, so this was a showing off my new website. It netted around, I think, about $1,200 for that one. That had a link to the products, the new products, and the website itself. So I only had 14.5%, 15% people actually click out of there as well. So just goes to show you guys, you don't need to have enormous hit rates on these to actually get great conversions, and don't expect amazing things from your email list straight up either. This is a cleansed list as well, so these are the most responsive people, and still only 40% of people opened that email. We had a brand new product, which is pretty exciting as well, and we had less opens on that and less clicks as well, and that actually made more money. So that one made about $1,400, I think, in that one. It has been a huge week, and I have had some flow-on effects from that as well. As you saw from my previous slides, the spike in the second spike email has come down, which is great. So I obviously have a new email going out this week as well, because these are working. I'm going to keep it up. All right, so that is the free campaign setup in MailChimp. So I'm setting up those emails to go out on a weekly basis. They take me about 20 minutes to write, a little bit of setup around the details so I can track them all and show you all these, but it doesn't take very long at all, and pull that out. All right, another one I wanted to show you guys. How was that? Let me know. Let me know in the chat how that stuff is coming through. Make sure you can see it all. I also wanted to show you the other campaigns that I have going. So I have an automation campaign going in my paid MailChimp. All right, so let's have a look at this one. So in that new product that I'm doing on ClickFunnels, I have all of those new subscribers coming over from ClickFunnels into Trello, where I'm putting them into the affiliate site. So let me just pull up that and show you. That one is working. All right, so in the section of a account, so if you are looking at getting some automated emails going, MailChimp is certainly the cheapest. It's around $12 a month, I think, for 500 subscribers. For my smaller lists, I have those. Shane says you can see it clearly. That's great. So awesome. I will zoom in a little bit more on this one, guys, because it's just 3 emails is what I'm sending at the moment. So just a reminder, we have the Facebook funnel where I'm funneling people into a video. That video is then saying, hey, give us your details and we'll send you how you can buy this product. I'm asking for a hell of a lot of details. I need people's mobile numbers. I need the full name. I need email addresses. I need their home address. I'm expecting that to be enough friction to only have people that really want it, which is what I want, because it actually cost me a couple of dollars to set these people up, and I'm paying for them to be here. So we had 25 subscribers in our first week. We're now up to 75 subscribers, and this is only 2.5 weeks in. Very, very, very impressed with this so far. So those 75 subscribers are getting a welcome email, obviously, as part of MailChimp, but they're then put on this trigger, which is 2 days after the subscribers join. They'll get this first email that says, basically, did you get a chance to have a look at the video? Hope you enjoyed it. If not, you can watch it here again. And then some information about the site. So there is a video, or what I did was create an animated GIF that has a 5-part screenshot. I just made it with Jiffy. That's basically says you go here, you click here, you press this, you enter your credit card, and you're done. So buying on a site that I don't control, I basically need to tell people how to do it. So I can't do it for them. They need to go onto the site and do it. So because it's an affiliate site, so I'm just basically walking people through 2 days after, just to make sure that they knew what they were doing. It's a bit of a reminder that they'd signed up for something. They're set up and ready to go. It's a reminder with all of their details in it as well, and the links to how they can get to it. 2 days after that, hopefully they've had a chance to buy. If they're still umming and ahhing, or if they have bought and now they're waiting for it to come from America, they would have got a note saying it'll be about a week, which then would take a week from the US as well. So 2 weeks. So they're probably thinking, oh, well, I really like to try it. I then send them an email and say, hey, we've got some samples that you can buy from us directly, which will be there before you get them from the US, if you'd like to try that out. So that first email, just to give you an indication, 5% open rate and a 22% click rate from the 75 subscribers. So the 68 that have had it, there's others in the queue. So there's 7 in the queue at the moment that still haven't received this. So these are new subscribers that are waiting the 2 days out at the moment. So these are highly interested people who have gone through a lot at this point, and still it's not 100% open rate. Fascinating, but at the same time, I have a check inside of this, which is a link. When they click that link, I can actually see that MailChimp can't see block, or when they use a text link out of their emails, but then I can see that they've actually used that link. So the click rate is actually higher than this because I've got the click rate on the site itself. And the open rate, I have had, I've checked the subscribers list. I've gone through the subscribers, and people who have read this email have emailed me, but they weren't on the open clicks. So you don't always believe everything you read inside of here. So this is a too small a subscriber list, I think, to be able to say that these numbers are 100%. Anyway, usually they're pretty good, but it's unable to track things where people have turned tracking off, and that makes perfect sense. So the second email, as I said, it's actually had the pretty similar open rate, but a higher click rate, because people are definitely taking me up on the offer to buy it locally. I'm probably also converting people that thought this might be a bit too hard, or weren't really interested in buying from the US, or didn't understand the US dollars, or didn't trust the other site. There's a whole bunch of reasons why they might not have wanted to buy there, but they were definitely, so I was getting some sales there. And then this product is actually an affiliate product or a multi-level marketing product. So 10 days after, hopefully they have received their product, if not from me, from the US. So that's 14 days when they finally got to this point. As you can see, only 42 people have been through that. I don't actually have a link on this because I am introducing concept from here's a great product, here's some more information, here's where you can get it. Did you know you can get this product cheaper and you could sell it to others and it could make a business around it? It's a bit of a stark change from the previous emails. So I'm not asking people to click anything here. I'm just literally giving them some information. It's a bit of a trigger, and I'm asking people to reply to me. And then later on, I will do some more targeted to those people who are interested. I don't want to ram down the multi-level marketing stuff down people's throats that have no idea what they're talking about or what it is. So I'm very conscious that a customer is a customer and a seller is a seller. So I'll segment those people later on. Still quite a good open rate, even though it's 10 days after the original. So I'm very happy so far with that. And then I have this, did you have any problems getting a reshipper? Because we have to buy this from the US, and a bit more of an detail on that one as well. So these are just the follow-up emails from that affiliate product. And that is how they're set up in MailChimp. So this is really simple. This is called a workflow. You create a welcome series email. It'll set up a whole bunch of emails for you, and then you just go and edit them and when you want to send them. So you can send them after they've clicked on previous ones. You can send them just after they've received the previous ones, after they've been sent, things like that. So there's a whole bunch of automated pieces you can do. But you can see that I've thought through exactly the life cycle of the customer and then had the program sort out the rest itself. So I've done nothing with set it up. People are just starting to trickle through. I can follow up with them afterwards. So very cool. I would be lost without my MailChimp. All right. So those are the two email sections I wanted to show you this week. Lots going on with me with email. I haven't been doing a lot with email this year because I was focusing on social media and also on my Amazon brand. But now with the power of email list, I'm back onto emails, definitely. So I'll be using it with my Amazon business as well. I hadn't done much with email list on Amazon up until this point, but I can see the power of the nurturing with customers, following up with customers, and basically the power of asking. So it's working really, really well. Very happy with it so far. All right, so let's just flick back to the last of the slides. Any questions, guys? rapidexecutive.com/live in the chat box. So yes, I was using ClickFunnels for all of my landing pages and conversions, all my sign-up forms, all that sort of stuff. I also have some automated emails within ClickFunnels. In particular, I have them for the webinar as well, and ClickFunnels does email automation as well. As I said, the fortune is in the follow-up. So I have one additional piece to go and listen to, piece of content for you guys. So this is a link to a page on ClickFunnels Radio, which is called email marketing something fancy. Sorry guys, you'll have to, I listened to it. So it's called Email Alchemy, how to turn your emails into gold. There you go. It'll take you off to that show notes page. You can just read the show notes, or you can go listen to the podcast as well. I think you can listen to it on the page. You don't need to subscribe or anything like that. It is gold. So if you are just kicking off your email list and you're wondering how to do headlines, how to start your emails off, how to do email follow-ups, how to do automated emails, how to write them, what sort of content needs to go in them, the language and all that sort of stuff. About 35 minutes, I think, and it was absolutely fantastic. So the story behind email, the headlines, how to do headlines, how to do effective headlines and get better open rates. I learned a hell of a lot in such a very short period of time. The guy is an absolute genius. So I definitely recommend listening on that. So quick recap, and then I have something else special I wanted to show you guys as well. So Shane says, does ClickFunnels have that email capability, or do you need to use a mail service like MailChimp's? So I am using MailChimp for all my emails, except I do have a few in the back of ClickFunnels. So ClickFunnels has some extremely cool tight email integration built in. They have an email service tack on as well called Actionetics, but they also include some of the functions of Actionetics because it's an add-on, but some of the functions of Actionetics are available in the webinar funnels that you can get in there. So follow-up emails when people sign up for your webinar, the follow-up details on how they can access their webinar, how to access a replay. It can then trigger to say if they didn't watch it, hey, did you miss the webinar? Here's your link again. If they did watch it but they didn't get to the end, hey guys, did you get to the end of the thing? Did you get distracted? Here you can go back to where you were, and also a saw the action towards the end but didn't take action. Hey guys, did you see my additional offer? Here it is again. It closes down at the end of the week or something like that. So all those things are built into the back of ClickFunnels. You don't actually need MailChimp for that, but you can tie it to MailChimp. So you can do that outside of ClickFunnels as well, and pull people into your normal MailChimp list, so you can have them synced up, so you don't have two lists. So it's really, really clever. And I'm doing that with all mine as well. All right, so we do these every week. If you do want to get back and see them all from the start, you can jump on my ClickFunnels webinar there at the full 7 days. So all right, as I say every week, we do have a couple of free 15-minute Skype sessions that you can grab with me at rapidexecutive.com/coaching. And you'll jump into my calendar and grab a spot that's suitable to you. They fill up every week, so jump on those. It has been a busy week, so I've only had 2 this week, but you can grab a spot. And there's one last thing I wanted to share with you guys. So as if you have been watching for the last couple of weeks, I have been talking a lot. Sorry, can I show you something? I stand on one of these. It's a sleep induction mat, or an acupressure mat. It just jabbed me really hard. Sorry about that. It's good for blood flow. I have a stand-up desk. I'm all out of focus now. All out of focus. Come back. Let me get right in close and then come back again. Anyway, I have been talking about ClickFunnels for the last couple of weeks, and I'm very excited to show you guys something. So I have been working on, just today, a new webinar sign up for these webinars. So up until now, I have still been using, because it's been working perfectly, what is it even called? This is called Optimize Press. Yes, so the pages we're using for the webinars here, and the page you're looking at the moment, rapidexecutive.com/live, is all built on Optimize Press, which I love and it's fantastic. But for the last couple of weeks, I've been using ClickFunnels. But I hadn't moved over the webinar. Sorry, I didn't set this up beforehand, but I have finished it off. I wanted to show you guys, so you'll be the first ones to see it. So I have set up this webinar to go through ClickFunnels. Yeah, but I'll do it for next week. So the next time you see this, it will be on ClickFunnels. The page might not. I'm thinking about leaving that there just for SEO purposes. But for this, I will show you the new webinar page. How cool is that? I'm still working on the image, but this is what the new webinar page looks like. So the registration page, I'll be sending traffic this way. Live with me, presented by Rapid Executive, tools, secrets, and action, and then you've got the registration spot. So there goes. Everything else is as per normal. Takes you to a thank you page. So if I register myself, it will take me off to the thank you page. And hey, it starts in 6 days, 23 hours, 10 minutes. Here's your ticket, and you can share this with a friend. That. So that is my new webinar sign-up form for these webinars. As you can see, it's built in ClickFunnels. Prettier than the last one. Anyway, that is out of the box ClickFunnels functionality. So it didn't take me very long at all. I just used their standard funnel and added my picture in there. I was going to say pretty little picture, but that would be a lie. And updated the image on that homepage. So it's also, if I can show you guys, if we go back there again. So if you want to have a look, it's executive.com/weekly. It will end up being the webinar thing. Tricks me onto a, it's going to give me the same one. So this is actually a split tested page, but I think it's tagged me now and it's going to give me, oh, there you go. It's a split tested page. So some people will see the previous image and some people will see this one. And I'll see whether people like to see my face and sign up, or if they just like to see the startup logo in the background. So it's the same page, underlying page, but it has a different background, and I'm sending people to different area. Shane says, new webinar page looks great. Thanks, Shane. Yeah, I'll be interested to see who, how many people like which one. At the moment, I tend to think that people's faces work better than sort of graphical images. It does have my face, a little tiny icon, but but the other one is a lot more compelling, even though it's just a big picture of me. But we'll see how it goes. So I've split tested that. It looks like it's randomly sending people there. It's not based on tracking information, which is great. I actually thought it was. So I was able to refresh the page and see all of them. So if you go to and completely stuff up my stats, which will be fine, guys, that's totally fine. rapidexecutive.com/weekly. You can have a look at the page. Feedback welcomed, of course. If you have a chance to do it now, great. If not, drop me a line .com or on the YouTube down below, however you like, and let me know whether you like it, hate it, love it, or indifferent. But that should be online when we change over this replay. So we do that probably Thursday or Friday, and you'll see a note come out on Meetup about the new session for next week. And if you click the link, it'll take you to the new ClickFunnels site. As we change over, guys, I'll probably end up pulling these pages onto ClickFunnels as well. I haven't quite worked out how I want to do that yet, because ClickFunnels is obviously an external site. So I might end up pulling the page back onto my own site. We'll see how that goes. All right, so heaps covered tonight, heaps and heaps. We're almost out of time, so I can hang around a little bit tonight. I pushed my guy. I actually gave my team a night off because they've been so busy this week. Just went there. It looks great. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, it didn't take long at all. ClickFunnels is so awesome. You just choose the webinar funnel and 3/4 of the work is actually done for you. All I changed was titles. I added the free coaching session information there and put my image in. Done. The rest of it was already there. Pretty cool. Of the webinar follow-ups email sequence is already done for you. I should go and change that before I send them out, because it probably still has all Russell's words in it. Right, so we covered heaps tonight. A bit of a recap on marketing itself. We have been talking about marketing for the last couple of weeks. We will again talk marketing in person tomorrow night, but in a little bit more detail and a bit more specific about whoever is there. So these sessions are about me giving you information as best I can, trying to answer some of the questions in there. The in-persons are more about you guys asking your questions and chatting amongst each other and with other entrepreneurs and business-minded people about what you're up to and what you need help with. All right. Any questions tonight, guys, on email marketing? There's some fantastic, absolutely fantastic, if you were just getting started, my old mentor, Brian Harris, is over at videofruit.com. He is just a genius when it comes to email lists. So he started an email list with basically nothing. He's got an article called the vacuum formula, where he shows you how to get 200 people on your email list in and then he's grown he did that. That's how he got his first email list started. And now he's got something like a 50,000 email list or 100,000 email list or something crazy like that. And basically he does a product launch every 3 months and buys houses. He's been going for about 2 years. So awesome stuff. All his content is basically everything he's been doing. Quite kind of similar to this, how I'm showing you how I've gone from nothing to something. So actionable stuff, stuff you can put together yourself and kind of follow along. How you guys are going with yours, whether you're diving into email, whether you already have an email list and you're trying to grow it or monetize it or reach out to it because you haven't emailed it for a long time. I was working with a WordPress developer here in Perth who had I think she had a 4,000 person email list and she'd never emailed them, not once. That's crazy. Anyway, she said she didn't want to spam them and she didn't know what to say. So every day you make themes for these people and you help them out. So what's the URL again? It's videofruit.com. Is that the one you wanted, Paul? So Brian Harris is at videofruit.com. Yes, he is the email course machine. So he does have a course. It's not cheap. Free stuff is brilliant. If you go back to the article he wrote on Joey, I'm trying to remember the date. It's like November 2014, I think. 2014. It's called the Joey. Oh, you're stretching me. If you his site and type the vacuum formula, or if you type vacuum formula and Brian Harris, go to there and just start reading the articles after that. It's mind blowing. Haven't yet started setting up an email list yet, but plan to do so in the near future. Just soaking up as much info as I can at the moment. Cool. Email list for your e-commerce stuff or for email wording themselves. Yes, sorry, that's the one for. Yep, thanks, Shane. That's the Email Alchemy. That's the podcast on email titles and email your story. So how to do the actual content within an email, how to talk to your customers. So that's for ones that are already started. For people that haven't yet started, jump on to, I might actually put this in there as well, videofruit.com and search for the vacuum formula. Once you get to that article, it's all sequential blog posts after that. If you read from there, you'll go into a time warp and time warp will stop until you finished reading. It's amazing. You'll get lost in there. It's awesome stuff. But basically, he started with the vacuum formula and moved up through the Santa Claus formula, the Barack Obama formula, a whole bunch of things where he's basically gone from 200 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000. And then he wrapped that all up and put into a course as well. His course is awesome. But basically, how to start, where to start, what to do, what not to do, things that work, things that didn't, don't do this, but do this kind of stuff. It's really great. He's awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that link, Shane. That's awesome. All right, guys, I need to bounce. That was a cool session. I hope that was useful, helpful. We will be in person tomorrow night. I need to go get some sleep. But we'll be in person tomorrow night talking all things marketing. Bring your ideas, bring your business, bring your session details, and we'll get into it. And I'll leave the chat box open for a little while, guys. If you want to chat there, if you have any other questions, I can hang around for a little bit longer on there. I need to jump off here so I can jump on to another session. All right, thanks, guys. See you next week.